Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today is the special day of transformation. Today I'm bringing you guys with me on a little transformation journey. Today I'm going to BareBeautyNurse, which is a nurse injector. I've been following her on Instagram for a while. She does amazing, absolutely stunning work. She focuses a lot on the lips, a lot on reshaping the face, specifically with liquid rhinoplasty, which I am super in love with her work for that. She also does cheeks. She literally does everything. She does such an amazing job. I'm inserting her Instagram here so you guys can see a little preview of what she gets up to. Her Instagram will of course be linked in the description box down below, so if you do live in the Toronto area or the GTA, the Greater Toronto area, you can check her out to see if maybe she's someone you would want to check out. Anyway, the reason why I'm filming this video is because I want to take you guys with me. I know you're thinking, Bronwyn, please, you don't need anything else done. You're fine. I love what God gave you. I totally understand that. And I respect that opinion. But for me, like, why not? You only live once. And one thing that I love about injectables, specifically with filler, is that it's dissolvable. So if you end up not liking it, just get rid of it. And you guys know I've done that before. You've seen my lip dissolving video where I finally, after 5 years, decided to get rid of my lip filler. So we are going to the BareBeautyNurse today to do one thing that I've wanted to do for years, and that is a liquid rhinoplasty. And you may be thinking, Bronwyn, didn't you already get a nose job? And yes, you may remember my Korea nose job video. So I changed into my robes now, so I'm all ready to go for surgery and also talking to the doctor. But specifically with that, it didn't target one of the areas that I did want to treat. It targeted just this nose area, like literally it targeted just right there, because part of my nose flesh did not grow with a curve in it, and the lighting that I'm showing you right now isn't good, but basically that's what my nose job targeted. So a lot of people actually got upset with me because my nose job didn't look any different, but it was something that satisfied me because it fixed an imbalance that I constantly looked at and saw every single day. So what I'm hoping, there's no guarantee for this, but I'm hoping that BareBeautyNurse will be able to fill this slope right here. And I kid you not, you guys, 6 years ago, was it 7 years ago? 6 years ago, something like that, when I lived in Korea, I actually went to a plastic surgeon and asked them if that was something that they could do. But because he wasn't confident or too experienced with fillers, he said it wasn't worth the risk because he didn't know how to target that area on foreigners. I'm not kidding you, I did ask for this before, and since then I kind of blocked it out of my mind as something that's impossible for me. But then I have to remember that I was in South Korea and this surgeon injector was not experienced with Western style noses, like non-Asian anatomy of the nose. So what I wanted to do is get this slope a little more smooth and less of like an indent. And one thing that I was hoping would be a side result of that is it would slightly, ever so slightly widen this section, because I have a very, very thin nose bridge right here between my eyes. And then the rest of my nose kind of is like a little bit of a triangle, if you know what I mean. It just reminds me of that Animal Crossing character from way back in the day. Yeah. So we're going to see today if BareBeautyNurse is going to be able to do that for me. Now, I'm not too sure if that will be able to do the widening effect, but I'm sure she'll be able to do a little bit of an increase in volume and height just right here, literally just right there. That's it. And then the next thing that we might be doing today is a little bit of the chin. And I know you guys are probably thinking, you're fine, you don't need that. But one thing with facial proportions is that the chin is supposed to be level with the height of the rest of your face. So for example, with the nose, the lips, and the forehead, if the chin is sunken a little too much, it just looks odd from the side profile. So it's a little bit of a volume increase to give a little bit more protrusion to match the ratios here. And if I don't like it, no problem, get rid of it with dissolver. Easy peasy. And then the next thing that she's going to be doing for me is just my once a year, once every half year Botox. I get Botox on my master muscles, and it's roughly anywhere from 20 units to 30 units per side of Botox, if anyone's wondering. And that just helps me with my TMJ, because I have a lot of teeth clenching problems because I hold my stress in my jaw. So I've been getting that for like 7 years, once a year, twice a year. On average, it's about once a year, and I'm hitting that 1 year mark since the last time I did it, I think, or I think I'm over half a year. Either way, I'm long overdue for getting a touch up on that. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to bring you guys with me. I'm going to insert some footage right here of just my face straight on, some side profiles. Pardon the lighting, it's a very rainy, stormy day, so I'm hoping that the lighting is good enough for you guys to see, but I'm really excited. I love her work, and I figured, you know what, I know making these videos can bring in a lot of like hate and negativity towards like cosmetic enhancements, but I love watching them because they help me learn my options and if it's something that I really want to do or not. So I really hope that this video not only will teach you something that you maybe didn't already know, but also give you some insight on some things that you have options to either do or not do depending on what you feel like and what you think you need, and also someone that can do it for you, who is really experienced and does amazing work. So I hope this helps you out. Other than that, let's hop on over.
Okay, turn your body 45 degrees this way. Yeah. So this is your first time getting your chin done, right? Mm-hmm. And you've never had your nose injected before?
No, but I have had like a small nose job, but not at the bridge. It was only like tip stuff, yeah.
Is there silicone in there?
No, it's all natural. It was more of like a reduction, like there was nothing put in.
Okay, good. Because if you have silicone in there,
you can't
I would
anything.
say no, no injections. But if it's natural cartilage,
it's all natural.
All natural, that's great. A great candidate for a little bit of nose fillers right there. For you, you don't need more than a half spoon.
Nice.
So I'll use the difference in your chin.
Nice.
Yeah. We're gonna go in with Ultra D. This is the product. You've never had this with me before.
No.
This is what it looks like. There's lidocaine in the product.
That's what numbs as you go.
It numbs as you go. And there's 1.2 mils in the syringe instead of 1, so it's nice to get a little bit of extra. If we don't use it all, dispose of the difference. Just because there's no need unless we really need to use it all, okay?
So Ultra D is like a more firm.
Oh yeah, it mimics bone. It's the thickest product of this line.
Wow.
You'll really like it. But it does take a while to settle in. So for your appointment today, it's gonna look super sharp, but it will round off.
Okay, so I am back home from being with BareBeautyNurse, and we're done. So this is of course not the final result. Of course, after 2 weeks, everything's kind of gonna settle down, be a little less firm and a little softer looking. So basically, if you don't remember from the clip footage, what we did is we updated my master's Botox. This time I got less than I normally get because I'm not exactly a year, like a post-year after getting it last time. I'm like 7-8 months, something like that. Basically, I got it done in November, December, that range. So like 8 months since I last did it. So that's not going to show until like 2 weeks, 4 weeks later at most. Basically, all it does is it kind of like slims the jawline a little bit and lifts it a little bit. And it also stops the muscles from clenching and being tight all the time. So it helps with people who have TMJ or headaches related to TMJ, which is me. That's why I do it yearly. Other than that, I don't know if you can already tell, but I am absolutely in love with it. So what we did do is the chin. So we put, I think she said it was half a syringe or just under half of syringe in the chin. So basically all that did was slightly increase the projection a little bit to better align with the lips and my nose, because my nose and my lips already protrude quite a bit. So it just kind of balances everything and it gives a little bit more of a point, ever so slightly, for a more feminine appearance and a little bit of a sharper, more V-line. Other than that, we did the nose, and this is the one that I can tell the biggest difference on because it's in the area that I always wanted done, but like I said before, I was under the impression that it was impossible on me because of how narrow my nose bridge was up in the middle between my eyes. Because of that time I went to the plastic surgeon in Korea, and he said it wasn't possible, but I think he just honestly didn't have experience with Western noses and wasn't comfortable doing it, because it was absolutely not a problem for her here. So you more or less can immediately tell with the side profile. You can tell a little bit front, there's a little bit more of a widening here. It's not nearly as narrow it was before, and the light hits it more as well because it's been lifted. With the side, you can really see the difference. We have more of a slope going on that begins from my forehead, and it doesn't sink in nearly as much. So we lifted that area outwards for more projection. And then just to make sure everything is balanced, we put like a dollop, like the smallest amount ever in the tip, just so that the slope would have a little more of a flick and not just kind of be like straight out. But you really can't tell that much with the tip unless I point it out or do a side-by-side comparison. It's really the biggest difference is right here, which I'm in love with. I just feel like it just looks more nice, you know? It's like not a big change. It doesn't change my face really that much. It's just enough to kind of amplify the look. So I'm really excited to see how this settles in a couple weeks. I'm going to tune back in for this video in 2 weeks to show you guys what everything settles into. So it's not going to be maybe as risen as this, but not gonna lie, I love how it is at this height. So maybe in 2 weeks when I do my checkup, we might fill it back up again if we find that it dissipated a lot, but I really love this look. So that is that. I'm gonna show you guys a side-by-side comparison of footage of before I went in this morning and then right now, and tune back in 2 weeks to show you what it looks like once everything settles in. Hello everyone, I am back. It is officially 2 weeks post injections. So I wanted to do kind of a final update because it does take around 2 weeks for everything to settle into place and whatnot. And what I can say is that my results are not nearly as dramatic as they were when I first got it done, which is to be expected because, for one, I swell so much whenever I get any kind of injections. Like usually, like especially if I get my lips done, which I haven't done in a while, usually I swell for like 2 months. Like my lips are very, very sensitive. For the face, it's not always as bad. However, one thing I did notice with the chin, I was so sore and swollen, like more so than all the times I've gotten my lips done in the past. But yeah, like it was so sore, and I was quite a bit bruised, but honestly the bruising went away pretty quickly. It only lasted maybe 4 days until it was completely gone and dissipated, which was fine because I was on a road trip for that time anyway. But the nose, like I still love it, but to be honest, I think I loved the immediate result, because one thing I did notice is that this part of my nose, although it's still quite risen, for me, I really loved the post when it was immediately super risen. Mind you, she did tell me that it would sink a little bit, well, not sink, but it would settle in a little bit, so it wouldn't be as dramatic. But I think personally for me, I might want to get more in the future just to have more of that like risen slope. Mind you, it is stunning. I personally really love it, but I wouldn't mind a little bit more of a raise in the nose bridge because it's something I've always wanted. However, one thing I did notice is that the center part of my nose has remained widened, which is something I really wanted as well. That was kind of like the main thing I was hoping would happen for this for these injections, that it would widen that area, because I have a very fine and thin inner nose bridge between my eyes. So I was really hoping I could achieve that, and I'm happy to say that I did. Now mind you, it's not extremely wide, which is fine because I don't think that is functional for my nose, because I don't want it to overlap into my eye area, plus that probably wouldn't be safe. But I love how wide it is. It almost aligns perfectly with the remainder of my nose here, and it has a wonderful kind of like hourglass shape to it now, instead of it just being like that kind of triangular shape that it was before. I feel like I have achieved somewhat of a nice kind of shape like that around the nose for the bridge. Side profile wise, I'm loving the slope. I just wish it would be a little more raised, so I might need to get a top up there. Tip wise, it's perfect. I don't think I would want any more, and if I did, it would probably just be right on the top part. But honestly, I'm quite happy and satisfied with it. I don't think I need anything else done to the tip of my nose. It's super perfect in my opinion. The chin, to be honest, when I first got it done, maybe the second day, I felt a little like it was too much, especially in photos and videos, but it has gone down quite a bit, and to be honest, I think I liked how it looked when it was very swollen, so I might even eventually want to get more done there, just a little bit, but I have noticed in photos and videos it does create more of that like pointed effect, which I love. It's a very South Korean beauty trend, which, as you guys know, I've always been into South Korean beauty trends, and that is one thing that they do there, which BareBeautyNurse did tell me that it is very trendy there for models and Korean girls to get the chin filler to make it more of a V-shaped point, alongside with BOTOX master is done. So I think maybe I would want a little bit more, because I did honestly love how my chin and nose bridge profile wise looked when they were very swollen. Even though it was a little bit uncomfortable, I loved how it looked. So that is it for my final results. Everything is nice and soft, nothing is uncomfortable, everything moves around nicely, and to be honest, you guys, we used such a small amount of filler to achieve such a nice natural result that honestly no one noticed. I hung out with my friend 3 days later and I was like, so do you notice anything different about my face? And she like lowered her sunglasses at me and she was like, what? No. So it was very, very subtle, very natural results that really just amplified my existing facial features. So if this is something that any of you guys have ever considered, now you know what it can look like, and that doesn't have to be overly dramatic results. You can achieve things that you've always wanted to achieve with non-permanent, non-invasive options, which is something that I really like, because for me, like I said in the beginning of this video, I was told by a plastic surgeon that it was impossible for me to ever widen this area of my nose, but here I am, 6 years later after being told that, and it's not a problem. So if there's anything you've ever been insecure about, or something you've always wanted to pursue but felt like you couldn't do it, or have had people tell you in the past it's not possible, explore your options again, because I guarantee these things are possible again. And going to someone like BareBeautyNurse, who is trained, who has tons of experience, who is very skilled in the liquid rhinoplasty, in the chin enhancement, in all forms of cosmetic injectables, then you're gonna probably be satisfied and have great results like I did. Now, of course, still want you all to love yourself, love who you are, but once again, it's your body, it's your decision, and what makes you happy and makes you more confident in your own skin, feel free to do it. And you shouldn't be doing anything for others but yourself. And this, honestly, for me, is for myself, and I really love it, and I feel comfortable, I feel confident, and I'm so excited and happy to share these options with you guys, so you know what is out there for you and that these things are possible with the right injector nurse. So if you guys are in the GTA area, Toronto, Canada, or are able to get to the GTA, then definitely consider BareBeautyNurse. She is so amazing, so friendly. She knows what she's doing, and she's not about over injecting. She loves those natural results that are going to enhance your natural beauty and not look artificial and overdone. So definitely check her out, you guys. Of course, I'll have her linked in the description box of this video to all her social medias. She is so, so wonderful. I am like, she is my go-to from now on, honestly. Like, I have never been more happy with a first experience from an injector nurse before. Like, I've gone to a lot, you guys. I have gone over the years, 6 years of this, and you know what? Amazing, absolutely amazing. Love you guys lots. If you like this kind of informative video, please let me know in the comment section down below. If you've made it to the end of this video, please comment self-love so I know that you made it to the end of the video. And of course, subscribe right here if you guys want to see more videos like these, or just more beauty related videos in general. Probably not more videos like these, because I really shouldn't be getting more done. I think we're good. But anyway, just more videos in general. I do a lot of skincare related videos, routines. I do a lot of fashion videos, styling videos, hair videos, and DIY beauty hack videos as well. So definitely give it a subscribe, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!